Welcome back to another episode of the R Plus podcast, another heads up episode. Jason, great to see you.
Greg, super happy to be here. We are at the end of May.
We're in it.
I always say it's hard to believe how far into the school year we are, but the time is going quicker and quicker. Actually, Pam Cook, who used to work here, always said to me, life or time is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. And it's just going by so quickly right now. And I'm just trying to slow down and embrace the season of celebration because it's such an important time of year for us and for our students, for our whole community.
Absolutely. And when this episode comes out, it'll be Friday. We'll
Yep.
have had our first graduation of the year,
Yep.
our academy graduation at the Bella, which is just always such a celebration of those incredible students.
I can hear the bagpipes.
Yeah.
If you
Well, that
if you haven't,
resonates.
I know. If you haven't been to one of these graduations, we invite grade 4 to 12 in both of our programs to join us, and it's a moment. It's the highest moment celebration for our community. I mean, those students are moving through grade 12 and on to the world after Rundle, and we're there to celebrate with them. So it's a very, very, very special community moment for the academy. Again, this Friday as this comes out, and then the following week for the college, and that will be at the Jubilee.
Yeah.
What a couple of events. Super excited.
And it's funny because every time I go to one of these events, which I just love, by the way, they're just like the highlight of the year for me. I always take time to notice the parents and the group that surrounds the team that surrounds this child, and just how excited they are for the student. And it's so wholesome. It's amazing, and it's well deserved after.
Well, and let's be real here, Greg. This is one of those life moments. You only get so many of them, and so the opportunity to get it right for each of these students in a personalized way. And I think we talk a little bit about Rundle is and what Rundle's advantage is we know that we can take a moment and we can pause and we can celebrate each person as they walk across that stage into the next chapter of their life in a meaningful way. And that celebration continues into the graduation banquets, which have amazing moments. Those of you who have experienced them, you'll know what the traditions and what the moments are. And those who haven't, it is something to look forward to. I'm not gonna give away all the secrets on it, but those are moments which I guarantee you, parents and students and frankly our staff never forget. So we have several of those coming up, Greg. That's for sure.
Unforgettable. It's not just grade 12s that we're celebrating, though.
Yeah.
That's really important to note, right? This is the time of year where we want all of our students and our families to feel like they're acknowledged and that we get to celebrate their success.
Yeah.
Tonight, when we're recording this, we'll have the art show going on.
Yes.
It's such an incredible, showcase of our students' talents.
Yeah.
From a wide variety of ages.
This year we're down at a downtown gallery. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I love about this is we counted the celebration between May 10th and June 16th, and I think there was between 40 and 50 celebrations. Whether it's the arts, whether it's like athletics, whether it's awards nights, you name it, we're all in on celebrating. It's been a part of our mission for a long time, celebrate with them as they do, and we take our season of celebration really seriously. And I'm super excited. I think the art show is going to be fabulous tonight. The hard work that goes into our arts is similar to the hard work that goes into academics and athletics and all the rest. So I can't wait to get into it, and hopefully I'll come home with a piece of new artwork.
Yeah, I know, it's always a treat. It's funny as you're speaking here. This is reminding me a little bit about a book that I've heard you talk about, right? And that is Never Enough, by Jennifer Wallace.
Yeah.
And it's just so important that we can kind of, showcase our students' achievements and not just their attainment, right? So I wonder if you can maybe talk a little bit about that. I hope that's okay, just to kind of bring that in there. Yeah.
Totally. I think it's well put. I mean, one of the things we celebrate around here is called the Heads List. And I love the Heads List because it's a holistic celebration of a child's achievement. So starting with our values, how did they demonstrate together kindness, curiosity, and wellness? Students articulate that at a age and grade appropriate level. And then did they reach their potential? So it's not simply an 85%. I mean, if their homeroom teacher knows that, 82% is their potential, then that is enough. If 95% is their potential, then that is enough. And it's a conversation, dialogue between student, homeroom teacher, subject teacher, and parent to determine what that individual potential is and to own it. And I think, that leads me to Jennifer Wallace. I mean, the book, Never Enough, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It speaks directly to our parents, to this community. And Jennifer starts by talking about a toxic achievement culture and how detrimental that is to the well-being of our communities, this being one of them. And then what I love about it is she's not all about the problem. She's about the solution. And she pivots to this idea of mattering. I don't know. Do you know much of this, Greig? Or?
I have read the book.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm always keen to learn more about it. The concept and the principle of mattering is such a simple word, and it's got such deep, it resonates really deeply with me. So share a little bit more with me about mattering, Jason.
Yeah, and I mean, you can find a lot more about mattering in a new book called The Power of Mattering as well. It seems to be cropping up all over the place. It comes from a psychological study in the 1980s, early 1990s, and it breaks mattering into 7 categories. Okay, so 7 categories are efficacy, self-worth. Okay, it's also positive relationships, contribution. It's about recognition. It's about belonging, as you said, and ultimately, it's about purpose. And so when you take these 7 aspects and you ball them all up, we start to talk about mattering. And the point of it all is, do students feel seen, heard, valued, and understood in the environment? And do they feel like they bring worth to the environment? And so I think this notion of mattering is so closely attached to personalization that we can't not pay attention to it. So super excited for more in our community to become aware of this work that Jennifer Wallace has put into the world. I think it's really important work. And then if that actually stokes your fire, then get into The Power of Mattering, which is a really nice compendium. They're not related, but they are, and so I really hope our community leans in over the summer, take it to the beach. It's actually, a decent book for an easy read, but it's also super powerful.
I will be completely honest. I went into it not knowing quite what to expect. Was completely gripped by it. It was, again, it really is very relatable. And it's something that I'm really proud of, the way that I think we do a great job with that here. I think we're always working to get better. And it's really good.
I think you're right, Greig. And we're going to continue to get better at this. I don't think we're perfect.
Of course.
But what you said is really important. It is gripping. I think you can't sit down with this book and be a part of the Rundle community and not see some of your experience in it. I mean, the first 2 chapters are, literally jarring because they are so real to our experience. And then throughout the book, I love how Jennifer unfolds it into this space of action, a place of, understanding mattering and putting it into our practice, whether it's at home and the way we work with our children day in and day at home from kindergarten to grade 12 or in our schools. And so get in there and get involved. I think this book is really going to inform our practice. And if you want to see where we're headed, there you go. This is a playbook. Yeah, right there. Totally.
So incredible connection there. Incredibly exciting time of year.
But Greig, I'd be remiss.
You're right.
Like, I know that I'm excited about the season celebration. You're being very kind and allowing me to talk about all the great things that are happening around here. But I know you and your team of community engagement aren't always thinking 3 weeks out. More often than not, you're thinking 3 months out. And so I love to turn the mic back on you in these conversations. For those of you who have listened to this before, is like, what's coming in the next 3 months for parents, in the way of consistency and, improvement or change? What do you see on the horizon?
It's funny, Jason. I often get muddled with what year we're in.
Yeah.
Because
2025.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But in my mind, we're always a year ahead, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way that the enrollment cycle in independent schools work. So, we're really, really excited for our families to have an amazing summer. Of course, we want them to, to relax, we want them to rejuvenate. We want them to get, spend time where they want to spend time with the people they want to spend it with. But really, we are ready for them to come back already.
Yes.
I won't go into too much detail.
Tell me but let's tease.
Okay.
Give me 1, 2, or 3 things that people can anticipate.
Oh, goodness. All right. So we're going to start with something really, really simple that we've heard loud and clear from our community. They want to know what their kiddos are wearing each day.
Right.
They want to know uniform.
Yeah.
And they want to make it simpler.
Yeah.
So we're on it.
Yeah.
So they're going to get something that's going to make it so much easier.
Thank you. From a parent perspective, I can tell you sometimes the smallest things are the biggest things. And, that morning routine from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m. where, we do a uniform dance and debate, even in my house, anything we can do to simplify and resolve that is welcome. So on behalf of myself and all other parents, thank you for your efforts.
You're welcome.
Look forward to it.
So that's going to be with you.
Yeah.
The second thing is we're slightly reimagining our welcome back events, our season kickoff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a huge sports guy. I know you are too.
Yeah.
Opening day of a season is like the most exciting thing for me.
It's the
whether
day.
it's golf, whether it's
or
hockey,
the championship. The
that's
start and
true.
the end. Come on. Yeah.
My teams aren't often in the championship, so I don't get to celebrate that one, but that's okay. So, we're really going to spend some time thinking, or we already have spent some time thinking about what does that look like for our families? How do we make sure that Rundle is a place where our families feel welcomed, feel valued, feel heard, feel seen, have the opportunity to connect with the people that are so important in that journey for them. So again, slightly tweaked opening course of events.
Yep.
Yep.
So they feel like they matter. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
That's a nice.
Very well. Yeah.
Well
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but actually, it's funny because you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Our parents really do matter.
They do.
They are our community. They are
Yes.
our team. So yes, it's really, really important that they have a voice in this as well, and that they feel they matter as well. And then we look next year into a small birthday celebration. Right, Rundle turns 40.
40, right? Middle aged.
So we've been thinking a little bit, okay, what does that mean?
Yep.
How do we help our students to understand that they're part of something that is a lot bigger than just them?
Yep.
What does Rundle's position in their community look like? How can we give back? So I'm really, really excited throughout the course of next year to share some moments with our community that kind of encapsulate that and really do some amazing work with our students and our teachers and our teams to really solidify Rundle as just like a leading player in the Western Canada education community, and of course smaller than that in Calgary as well.
You said two things I really want to lean in on there, Greg. One is this is coming of age. I think we're going to see a maturity of organization as we move through our 40th and into the next 10 years. We obviously have big plans to complete a strategic plan next year, which is going to set that direction. And I think that's really important as well. And I think the other part is like, we want people to be a part of this community and belong. And if you've listened to this podcast all the way to this point, help us. Okay?
Thank you.
This is a call to action. Share this conversation, this podcast with other people in our community. We really think this could be an avenue where voices from across Rundle, not just yours and mine, are heard, and we can share, much of what's going on in our community in this format that I think is arguably more accessible than your email inbox.
Totally.
So share it with your friends, let them know, and I think this is a great way to open doors to conversation and ultimately build belonging and mattering in our community as well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And on that note, as we're in this moment, I think I want to come back to the idea you just said about our parents mattering too, and this season of celebration that we're in right now is not just for our students. It's for everyone. It's for it's for our staff, it's for our teachers, it's for our parents, for our grandparents, it's for our students, it's for our little siblings,
everybody,
name it, right? And I love this time of year. I love that there's something metaphorical about the weather picking up and the sun coming out, and it's just a special time of year to be in schools, and it's why we love what we do. And we're so looking forward to seeing our community out there in the next couple of weeks.
Amazing.
Going forward.
Thanks, Greg, and thanks for the opportunity for this conversation.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Jason.